Amy is standing alone in the barn. One hand gently rests on her belly. Her face is calm, but her eyes are full of emotion. The camera slowly zooms in, and in that single moment, fans across the world held their breath. Is Amy pregnant? The trailer for Heartland Season 19 has just dropped, and it's already sending shockwaves through the fan community. Not because of action, not because of drama, but because of one quiet scene that could change everything. Amy, the heart of Heartland, may be expecting a baby, but the question that's burning in everyone's mind is, who's the father? And what does this mean for the future of the series? The new trailer opens with wide shots of the ranch, the golden sunlight, the horses, the familiar landscape. It all feels warm and peaceful. But then things shift. Amy is seen standing quietly in front of the house. She's wearing a long sweater and her hands are gently placed over her midsection. There's no dramatic music, no voiceover, just silence. And in that silence, we see everything. Her expression isn't just thoughtful, it's heavy, as if she's carrying more than just news. The scene is short, but the way it's framed, the way the camera lingers on her, it's meant to tell us something big is coming. In another quick moment, Lou appears in the background, watching Amy with concern. She doesn't speak, but her face looks shocked, almost as if she's just found out something life-changing. The scene cuts before anything is said, but fans are already piecing it together. Then comes a flash, Amy in a white dress. Not a casual one, a gown. Is it a wedding dress? A dream? A memory? Or a sign of a future event? Later in the trailer, we see Amy again, this time walking slowly through the barn. She pauses by Ty's old workbench. Her fingers brush across a photo frame. It's a quiet, emotional moment, one that reminds us all of what she's lost and what she may now be gaining again. The trailer doesn't say much in words, but it speaks volumes through emotion. It focuses heavily on Amy's eyes, her hands, and the way other characters look at her. Georgie, Lindy, Tim. They all have small appearances, but no one gets the focus that Amy does. Even the background music tells us something's different. It's not upbeat like past seasons. It's soft, reflective, almost like a lullaby. And here's where the big clue comes in. Right at the end of the trailer, there's a quiet line from Amy. She says, "Some changes you can't stop. You just have to ride through them." That's it. Just one line. But when placed with the rest of the visuals, it hits hard. It feels like Amy is not only accepting change, but preparing for a new beginning. Could this line be a message about motherhood, or maybe a deeper transformation in her personal life? That's the mystery this trailer leaves us with. Heartland is known for its slow, emotional storytelling. It doesn't give away everything at once. But when it drops clues, they're never accidental. Amy's hand on her belly, Lou's surprised reaction, the soft music, all of it is pointing toward a major change in Amy's life. And if she is pregnant, that brings up even bigger questions. Who is the father? Is it someone we know? Or someone new introduced in Season 19? Could this be a flashback or a dream sequence? Or maybe the story is going in a direction no one expected? The trailer doesn't confirm anything, but it gives us just enough to keep us guessing. And in a series like Heartland, that's exactly what they want. The moment Amy touched her belly in the trailer, fans everywhere began asking the same question. If Amy is pregnant, then who is the father? To answer that, we need to look at Amy's past. And not just her past pain, but the people who brought comfort to her after that pain. Ty Borden wasn't just Amy's husband. He was her soulmate, the love of her life, and the father of her daughter, Lindy. His death in Season 14 broke the hearts of millions, and since then, Amy has mostly kept to herself. She's stayed strong for Lindy, focused on her work with horses, and avoided getting close to anyone else. But that doesn't mean she hasn't crossed paths with potential love again. Let's start with Sam Langston. He's calm, reliable, and was there for Amy during some really hard times. He helped her with the horse therapy center, stood by her when others backed off, and shared a quiet kind of strength. Fans noticed their connection. Not loud or romantic, but gentle and respectful. In season 16, there were moments, glances, small smiles, that made people wonder if something deeper was building between them. Then there's Cotter. His appearance in season 15 shocked fans, mostly because of how quickly he and Amy connected. He was different, adventurous, a little messy, but real. They had chemistry, no doubt, and their scenes together felt more like the start of a romance than just friendship. But then things got complicated. Finn left, rumors swirled, and nothing clear was ever confirmed. Still, when it comes to mystery pregnancies on TV, past connections often return. Could Finn be back in season 19? Could they have had a moment we never saw? Or maybe it happened off-screen and we'll see it revealed in flashbacks? There's also a chance the show is introducing someone new. The trailer hints at a fresh face, someone we haven't seen before standing quietly in the background of a ranch shot. Is he just a background character? Or something more? The camera doesn't focus on him for long, but long enough to make fans curious. Some even believe that the pregnancy could be the result of a brief relationship Amy had during a trip we never saw on screen. Maybe while traveling for horse shows or helping at another ranch. The writers of Heartland are smart. They plant seeds seasons in advance only to reveal their meaning later. But here's another theory. What if the pregnancy is not even happening? In the present? Could it be a flashback? A vision? A dream sequence where Amy imagines what life would be like if Ty was still alive? We've seen shows do that before. Use pregnancy as a way to explore deep emotion, not just as a plot twist, and we can't ignore the emotional angle. What would a new baby mean for Amy emotionally? She's already a mother, already carrying so much weight. Starting over again with someone new would be a huge step, which means, if this is real, it's someone she deeply trusts, someone who's already proven they understand her pain and her strength. Could it be Sam, quiet and dependable? Could it be Finn, passionate and unpredictable? Or someone new, offering a future that Amy never imagined? One thing's for sure, this pregnancy, if real, isn't just about drama. It's about healing, growth, and maybe hope. And that's what makes this twist so powerful. It's not just about who got Amy pregnant. It's about whether Amy is finally ready to let love back into her life. The new Heartland Season 19 trailer doesn't say much with words, but that's exactly why it's so powerful. The truth is hiding in plain sight, in the way the scenes are framed, the expressions of the characters, and the silent moments in between. If you slow it down and look closely, the trailer starts speaking louder than any dialogue ever could. Let's begin with Amy's body language. She doesn't just stand still, she holds herself. Her arms cross over her belly in a protective way, not casual, not random. It's subtle but intentional. She looks down, and there's a pause in her eyes, as if she's thinking about someone who isn't there. This is more than just a sad moment. It's personal, maybe even secret. Then there's the lighting and camera angles. Whenever Amy is alone, the lighting becomes softer, warmer, almost like morning light. In contrast, when others are around her, the lighting shifts, becomes cooler and more neutral. This could be a visual way of showing that she's hiding something, or someone. It's the kind of thing directors use to signal emotional changes without needing a single line of dialogue. Now look at Lou's reaction. It only lasts a few seconds, but it's one of the most powerful moments. Lou walks into a room, sees Amy, and stops cold. Her face changes instantly, from calm to concerned. She doesn't say a word, but the shock in her eyes is impossible to miss. If Amy's pregnancy is real, it's clear Lou didn't see it coming. Another clue? The absence of Ty. Yes, Ty has passed on in the show, but in past trailers, we've often seen flashbacks or images of him to keep his memory alive. This time, nothing. Not even a whisper. That silence could mean two things. Either Amy is moving on, or the past is coming back in a totally unexpected way. Then there's that strange shot of Amy in a white dress, almost bridal, glowing under soft sunlight. Is it a flashback to her wedding with Ty? A dream of a future wedding? Or something deeper? What if it's symbolic, representing a rebirth, a new chapter, or even the idea of motherhood starting again? And don't forget the barn scene. Amy walks in slowly, alone. The camera focuses on small things. A photograph of Ty, a toy horse, an old baby blanket from Lindy's early years. These are memory triggers, and in storytelling, memory triggers mean reflection or decisions. Amy lingers near Ty's photo for a few seconds longer than usual. Could she be seeking his approval in a quiet moment before revealing something life-changing? But the biggest clue comes near the end of the trailer. A barely heard heartbeat sound. It's mixed softly beneath the background music. You wouldn't notice it unless you're really listening. It only plays when Amy is shown alone, and it disappears when other characters appear. A heartbeat. It doesn't belong to a horse. It doesn't match the music. Could it be a baby's heartbeat? And right after that, Amy says softly, "Some changes you can't stop. You just have to ride through them." That single line is more than dialogue. It feels like a message to herself, a whisper to the audience, and maybe a confirmation that something very real is growing inside her, something she didn't plan for, but must now face. So while the trailer doesn't say Amy is pregnant, it's written all over the screen, in the silences, the looks, and the symbols. It's there in the way characters move, react, and avoid saying too much. Fans who watched quickly may have missed it, but for those paying attention, the clues are everywhere. And if this is Heartland's way of setting up a major reveal, then we're only just scratching the surface. The moment the trailer dropped, fans didn't just react, they exploded. Within hours, social media was flooded with shock, theories, and emotional messages. On Twitter, hashtags like Amy Pregnant and Heartland Season 19 started trending. YouTube comments filled up with questions. Reddit threads lit up with wild ideas. But behind every theory, one thing stayed the same. No one saw this coming. One fan wrote, "If Amy's really pregnant, I'm crying already. Ty is gone. This must be something big. She wouldn't move on easily." Another asked the question we're all thinking. Wait, is it real? Or is it a dream? Because if it's a dream, I don't know if I can handle that. Some fans believe this twist is Heartland's way of honoring Ty. That maybe, just maybe, Amy had frozen embryos from their time together, and this pregnancy is one final gift from him. It's a bold theory, but it would explain Amy's emotional silence, her quiet connection to Ty's memory, and the trailer's soft, almost spiritual tone. Others are sure it's someone new, maybe Sam, maybe Finn, or maybe someone we haven't met yet. A new chapter. A fresh start. A risk Amy was finally ready to take. But the boldest theory of all? Some believe the baby doesn't exist at all. That it's not physical. That the pregnancy is symbolic. A way of showing Amy's inner rebirth. Her way of healing, of letting go of the past and allowing herself to grow. After all, this wouldn't be the first time Heartland used emotion as metaphor. Still, most fans agree on one thing. The trailer was designed to make us feel. And it worked. It didn't scream the twist. It whispered it. It placed the idea of pregnancy like a hidden note in the background, letting us, the viewers, discover it on our own. That's why people are so obsessed. It's not just a plot twist, it's personal. We've watched Amy grow from a teenage girl to a strong mother, and now, this? Now comes the big question. Is Amy really pregnant? Let's break down the possibilities. Yes, she is. And the father is someone she's finally ready to love. This would mean we're entering a brand new chapter in Amy's life. A fresh love story built on healing, not heartbreak. Yes, but it's Ty's baby. Through a frozen embryo or flashback. This would be an emotional bombshell. A way to keep Ty's legacy alive while allowing Amy to move forward? No, it's a dream or vision. something her heart wishes for, but not reality. A way for the show to explore her emotions without changing the storyline. No baby at all. It's a metaphor, a symbol of emotional rebirth, or a hint at a major decision coming in Amy's life. No matter which theory turns out true, one thing is certain. The writers want us to feel uncertain. They want us guessing, talking, caring, and they've succeeded. This one trailer, this one silent moment of Amy placing her hand on her belly, has brought the fandom together in a way we haven't seen in years. It's not about explosions or cliffhangers, it's about something deeper, something human. So what do you think? Is Amy pregnant? If so, who do you believe the father is? Could it really be Ty's legacy? Or is this a shocking new romance? Drop your theories in the comments. This is just the beginning. As the dust settles from the trailer, one truth becomes clear. This isn't just another season. Heartland. Season 19 is preparing to challenge everything we thought we knew about Amy Fleming. For nearly 2 decades, she's been the heart of the show. The horse whisperer, the widow, the mother, the rock. And now, maybe, just maybe, she's starting a brand new chapter. But let's not forget how carefully Heartland handles big moments. They never rush. They let stories breathe. If this pregnancy storyline is real, the show won't just reveal it in episode 1 and move on. It will grow slowly, just like everything else in Amy's life has. With emotion, with struggle, with quiet strength. And that's why the mystery is so gripping. Because this doesn't feel like cheap drama. It feels earned. Like something Amy has been building toward for a long time. Think about it. How many times has Amy put herself last? How many times has she sacrificed her happiness for others? For the horses, for the ranch, for her family? Maybe, finally, she's choosing herself. And maybe that's what this pregnancy really means, not just a new life, but a new version of Amy, one who's ready to live again. But this change won't be easy. If there's a new man in her life, how will Lindy react? How will the rest of the family feel? Jack, Tim, Lou, they've all seen Amy struggle. Will they support her if this is true? Or will they try to protect her from more heartbreak? And what about Ty's memory? That's the hardest part. Because, no matter how much time has passed, Ty is still a part of Amy's soul. He's not just a name in the past. He's the reason we all fell in love with her story in the first place. So if she is moving on, will it feel right? Or will it hurt? These are the questions that will define Season 19. The trailer gave us a hint, a whisper, a soft touch over her belly. And now fans are left to wait and wonder. But maybe that's what makes Heartland so special. It doesn't just entertain. It makes us feel. It grows with us. And just like the ranch it's set on, it keeps rebuilding, no matter how many storms come through. So buckle up. Whether this twist is real, imagined, or something in between, it's going to be emotional and unforgettable. One thing is for sure, Heartland Season 19 is about to change everything. What do you think is coming? Drop your theories in the comments and don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss a single twist in Amy's journey.